So out here in Miami, I spoke to a good friend of mine. His name is Felix. He works with like Victor Oladipo, Duncan Robinson, Marvin Bagley. I asked him about Victor Wembanyama's. I hope I said his name right. If I didn't, correct me. His workout. You know, he does a workout where he basically works on his feet. He takes off his shoes and he does like all these weird ass drills, you know, with his feet, you know, trying to get his feet good, right? So Felix kind of explains why he does these workouts, and it's actually like a lot deeper than I thought it would be. I thought it was just like a warm-up to get the blood flowing for the game, but it's actually some deeper stuff. I'm gonna play the interview I got, you know, with him.
As many of you guys can see, Victor Wembanyama, he doesn't do traditional exercises, and what I mean by that is he isn't lunging, he isn't deadlifting, he's doing more things to get him ready for pre-activation for a game. So the video shows him doing bear crawls, and I really like that exercise because you have to coordinate your upper body and your lower body. You also have to use your toes to splay out. You see that he doesn't wear shoes when he's warming up. And I really like this because the first part of your body to touch the floor is your foot. So you want to make sure that you're strengthening your feet splay out, you have good ankle mobility. And then he goes into other exercises. We also have a drill where the trainer is tossing a tennis ball from behind Victor Wembanyama. So this forces him to have to react and to adjust to different environments in which you would see in a game. He has another exercise where he's actually walking, but he's actually like crunching his toes as he's walking. So that's kind of toe mobility, toe pliability, toe strength. So you want to make sure that foot's strong so that when you're hitting the floor at high forces, your foot and ankle can resist that and continue to accelerate.
So when a player comes to you for help and tells you about a process like to go through, how do you select the right drills for that player? You got a lot. Like,
so obviously one of the first things that I do is I talk to the team, see what the team likes for them, and then from that we'll do our own assessment here, and we'll also take the players' feedback as far as what they want to get into what they want to do in the off season. We talk to them and we want to see what their goals are. Then we do our own assessment here, and we combine that with what the team wants and put a collective program together. A lot of the guys, it's the time for them to come to the facility and really just get their body together, realign their body. They've been doing a lot of just wear and tear throughout the season. So for the first month, I like to do like a rejuvenation type of training, more so in alignment. So they come in, they're doing a lot of ankle mobility, hip mobility. We're working a lot on just explaining our feet. I like the guys who wear toe spacers because every time we put our feet in shoes, our shoes crush our feet. So when we step our foot out the shoe, our toes can't splay. So what the toe spreaders do is allows your toe to spread. So my question to you would be is, when you're grabbing things, would you want your hands closed or would you want to grip things? So same thing applies for your foot. So just having good foot health is a big thing that helps athletes be better. So that's one of the first things that we work on, and that will help mitigate the knee injuries, the hip injuries, the back injuries. So a real good part of off season is just getting their body together. And as we get into the season, you'll see the benching, the deadlifting, the plyometrics, the agility. But first and foremost, we got to get the body together first.
So a lot of the injuries that happen with players that especially is like lower body down is because your feet being like this. Like, so if you wear like Jordans, Air Force Ones, I wear J's a lot, or whatever the case, whatever you like to wear, right? If you think about it, your feet are always like this because you're like squishing your toes into the shoe. So your feet are always like this. So for Victor, he was saying that the trainer was trying to focus on spreading his toes out so his toes are wide. So when he's jumping up and down, he has a strong surface to land on, which it makes a lot of sense because he was noticing with like some of the players he works with, like Duncan, whoever, a lot of them aren't as mobile, like they can't change directions quick or they can't do certain stuff because their feet are so like this, you know. Like a lot of the exercises, he even put me through one of the exercises. That shit is painful, but is working on spreading your feet out so it gives you more bounce, more stronger surface to land on, all types of shit, you know, that comes with it. And that's basically what Victor's doing, is helping to make his feet stronger. So when they do add a weight on him, he has like a firm surface. It'll help prevent like certain type of injuries. Like obviously, you know, you might have like a season-ending injury like Victor, you know, like stuff happens as you put miles on your body, but especially when you're younger, so you don't get those initial, you know, ankle sprains, foot sprains, you know, all those little like nits and bit injuries and shit like that. That's just due to you not taking proper care of your feet, where you're doing most of the work on, if you think about it. So that's what those exercises are for, and I never knew that. And actually what he was saying makes a lot of sense. He was showing me like the shoes he uses to exercise, and probably I'm sure certain guys probably use certain stuff so their feet are more mobile, and they could work on really their feet. But it made a lot of sense, and I was thinking about it. I was like, yo, if you think about it, a lot of injuries is probably channels back to what he's saying. You can't 100% prevent injuries, but that definitely helps for sure. For sure. He put me through the workout, yesterday, and I was like, damn, this actually makes a lot of sense. And I could feel more of the ground after the workout. My feet are sore right now from that shit, but like, I can imagine like, okay, if you're doing this for like 1, 2, 3 years, like just imagine how mobile you'll feel, because I could feel the surface of the floor more through my shoes or through my socks that I was wearing, and even when I put my shoes back on, just due to that workout. And those guys over there, they're more advanced than to be honest, a lot of the US trainers. They're really in tune with what they're doing. That's why people go to like Germany and stuff for rehab. Like you saw LeBron did it for his foot. He went to Germany to go rehab. He goes to other places. Certain technologies they use aren't yet approved in the US to use, and certain treatments that they put people through. If you guys have time, like whoever watches this video, go watch Kobe's his documentary when he was recovering from his Achilles injury. If you notice, he was doing like a lot of exercises with his feet. Like he did the marble stuff where he was he was putting stuff, like he was collecting stuff like marbles with his foot and putting it back, onto a surface. All those are like foot exercises to spread out his feet. So it makes a lot of sense. Pretty dope. Real cool stuff. Real cool stuff. It had me really interested. So yeah, so that explains a lot of the weird exercises that Victor does, prior to games. I'm sure he'll continue doing that in the NBA. He's definitely going to have his own guys, no question. Trust me. So in San Antonio, he's for sure going to have his own guys, no question. So